to put the stops on him yet. Zachary's going to attempt the PAT as Lebanon goes on top 27-7, 3:36 to go in the third. John, you've got the call of the PAT.
Thank you, Tommy. I thought Stafford got in. I was too busy over here celebrating. Gannon in for the long snap. Tressler to hold again. Zachary to kick. The snap, it's good. The kick is up and long enough. Once again, he's perfect for this evening. Kyle Zachary splits the uprights to score. Lebanon 28, Gallatin 7.
Back in Gallatin, Lebanon taking advantage of the Ron C. interception, going 57 yards in 6 plays. Brian Reeves scores the touchdown, his second of the night, a 1-yard touchdown run by Reeves. Kyle Zachary adds the extra point. 3:36 left in the third quarter. Lebanon 28, Gallatin 7.
And here's Zachary's kickoff. He's going to squibble it along the ground again. Gallatin going to mishandle it, but they'll finally fall on it down about the 36-yard line. He'll spot it at the 37, and Lebanon had 2 men down there in a hurry snatching for that football, but Gallatin gobbled it up. And I kind of like that, the way they're kicking off there tonight.
Well, you know, Zachary last year, Clyde, just targeted people and started hitting them in the back and the leg and bouncing it off and taking the chance on the carom. And it has worked tonight. Gallatin not able to mount any kind of return on the kick return game.
28-7 Lebanon, 3:15 remaining in the third period. Gallatin sets him down. Carter the only wide out. They give it to Carter on a reverse coming to the near side. Pitt is back there, but he shakes a tackle. 30, 35. C gets him as he crosses the 40 out to the 43-yard line, and Pitt had him behind the line, slowed him down enough that more Blue Devils got there, and that turned out to be a good play for Lebanon, but it could have been for Gallatin, but it could have been a big loss had Pitt been able to make the tackle.
Well, they had us outnumbered, and Ron C. came over and cut those numbers down and fought through some blockers. Jeremy Stafford leaves the game for Lebanon as Gannon and Carson back at defensive ends for the Blue Devils. Pitt turned the play wide, made it go a little bit deeper.
Second down 3 for Gallatin. 3 minutes to play, quarter 3. Lebanon 28-7 over the Wave here in Gallatin, and Brooks is back to throw. And here is a long throw, and he's overthrown everybody. Tressler had a chance at the interception down at the 20-yard line. He was 5 yards closer to the ball than anybody, and he couldn't catch up to it.
Well, Brooks just aired it out. He threw toward a spot down near the 20-yard line instead of throwing to lead the receiver. He was under the assumption that the wideout Carter would be there. He hadn't got there yet. Just a blind toss trying to drop it in there. Gallatin now looking at a third down.
I think Carter got held up a little bit at the line of scrimmage that time, and they just threw to a spot, and he wasn't there. Brooks back to throw again. Carter again. Open over the middle. They've got him inside Lebanon territory, but he's on his knees at the Lebanon 44-yard line. It'll be a first down Gallatin. They hit Carter then. He was wide open, but he was on his knees when he made the catch, and they'll spot it at the 45. It'll be 1st and 10 Gallatin at the Blue Devil 45.
They've run him deep so much, they turned him back on the curl route, and that was open. Chris Lehue comes into the game for the Blue Devils. Titus Kelly leaves, so the strong safety is Lehue.
All right, Gallatin now with a double wideout formation. Brooks sets him down, and Brooks is going to give it to Robb, and Robb is gone through the middle. Robb still on his feet, blasts over the 40, over the 35, down to the 30, maybe the 29-yard line. Amira Robb, you don't keep this guy hemmed up for a ball game.
Oh, absolutely. He got a good block at the point of attack, got spun around one time, but kept churning and kept fighting. The officials are going to take a timeout here as they send Robb to the sideline. Apparently a little blood situation. He's going to get that hand adjusted, so he's out of the football game. Terry, what about Amira Robb tonight running the football?
Tommy picks up 16 on that carry, so that gives him 39 on the night, 39 yards on 7 carries.
That's unreal. 2:12 to play in the third period. Gallatin sets him down. 1st and 10 Wave at the Lebanon 29, and Brooks is back to throw. Bootlegs back. Clemens had him in his grasp and drops him, but he managed to get rid of the football. Great play by Brad Clemens, who had Brooks wrapped up and dumped him back at the 40, but wisely he throws the football into the ground.
They had Tay Garrett, a junior tailback, in replacing Robb for that play. They tried a little screen pass to him on the near side. Quarterback rolled right. The action came back left. incomplete thanks to the good rush by Clemens. Timeout on the football field. 1:59 to go as a timeout is charged against Lebanon. We'll be back in 30 seconds after telling you the score. Lebanon leads Gallatin 28-7. Lebanon leads Gallatin 28-7. 1:59 to go in the game. The Green Wave driving the football. They're looking at a 2nd down and 10.
And they come to the line. And the Green Wave comes to the line. 2nd down at 10, as Tommy told you. Wide out right is Carter. Brooks sets him down, and here's the call. And Brooks is going to give it to his fullback, and he's not going to make it back to the line of scrimmage. A yard loss. Carson is in there. Pitt is in there. Gannon is in there. And Alls is in there on the stop.
They ran Vaughn, the fullback, on a little counter action. The line took a drop step and pulled and came to the left. The fullback did the same, counter step right, came back to the left, but he was running laterally instead of attacking the line of scrimmage. Carson and Pitt just rode him to the ground.
2nd down 11 for Gallatin now after a yard loss back to the 30, and Brooks is back to throw. Brooks got time now that closes in on him, and what a hit C put on at the 15-yard line. A great catch at the 16-yard line, and give Carter credit. If you can hang on after a hit like that, you deserve it.
Ron C. just nailed him.
He's been teeing off on people all night, Tommy, and that was no exception. Chris Carter made a good catch, but he paid the price for it. This is a crucial crunch time for the Blue Devils. The Green Wave once again in our red zone. We've turned them away before. Let's see if we can do it again.
16-yard line, 1st and 10, and you can see Carter's head snap all the way up here on that hit by Ron C. 1 minute to play in the 3rd period. Brooks fakes, comes to the near side with Robb, and Clemens got a hand on him. Robb still on his feet, and Ron C. going to drag him down as he crosses the 10 down to the 6 or the 7-yard line is where they'll spot it. Ron C. making a touchdown saving tackle. Clemens slowed him down, but Robb, being the great back he is, you really have to wrap him up.
Well, in fact, they moved him over on the flank a little bit. They had him out as a wing man and brought him back across the action, faking inside and bringing Robb back.
Here's the pitch, and they give it to Robb, and Robb is going to be in for the score.
Robb knifing in for the touchdown as Gallatin cuts the margin to 15 points. Lebanon leads 28-13, 23.7 to play in the 3rd period. In to attempt the PAT, Ashley Donahoe, and down to the field for John Bryan.
Thank you, Tommy. Brian Lovell in to hold the long snapper Chris Weaver. Once again, Ashley Donahoe to attempt the point after. The snap is good. It's down. The kick is up. It is good. So Gallatin pulls within 14.
Gallatin going 63 yards, 9 plays. Amira Robb, his 2nd touchdown run of the night. This one from 7 yards away. Donahoe kicks the extra point. 23 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Lebanon still leading Gallatin 28-14.
And Lebanon coming up now expecting an onside kickoff. And nobody back. They waving Tressler back, and C is going to go back now. And here's the kick, and they're going to kick it deep. And it's going to be picked up by Zachary at the 20. Zachary outside to the 25. Slides to the 30. Zachary still on his feet to the 35-yard line. And Zachary with a great return. And Lebanon in complete disarray on that kickoff turns a disaster into a good return.
Lebanon had their good hands team on the field, the onside kick return team, but they started backing some people up. Ron C., Tressler sending Zachary back. They kick a line drive to Zachary. He gets the good return out to about the 35, and Damon Pitt, the quarterback, just points at the clock, says, we're going to let the clock run down. We've got 12 minutes to play, ladies and gentlemen. Lebanon leads Gallatin 28-14. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Try to calm down and back off the mic a little. He's driving all the meters up here, but hey, I don't blame you down there on that sideline. It must be a great feeling being down there with him, John.
Tommy, the excitement is intense. This team is so fired up. They're playing with such great intensity. Don't want to jinx them in this 4th quarter. They've just got to keep the emotion that they've had the first 3 quarters and run out this 4th quarter. And let's beat the odds and score in the 4th quarter.
All right, 28-14, 12 minutes to play, and Lebanon's got the football. Good field position at their own 36-yard line. Pitt sets him down. Quick handoff to the Reeves, the fullback, and he blasts forward for about 2. Gallatin's linebacker, Homer Vaughn, was there to stop him.
Lebanon coming with a trap once again, picking on that defensive tackle, trying to run the sophomore fullback Reeves in there. Into the football game for Lebanon comes Tressler. Out of the game goes Zachary.
Second down and 8 for the Blue Devils. C comes to the near side. Tressler spits wide to the far side. Lebanon moving from your right to left as you listen in. Pitt with the call. They pitch it to Stafford. Stafford got a little hole, dives out to the 40, and Gallatin is rising to the occasion on defense. These waves are swarming right now, Tommy, defensively.
They are. They're bunching the line of scrimmage. They are playing the percentages, assuming that Lebanon, with the lead, is going to continue to run the football, not take any chances. They are leaving Ron C. in single coverage over here, and the corners and the other safeties are just crowding the line of scrimmage, trying to pick off the runner.
And that clock is ticking. Less than 11 minutes now to play in the football game. Lebanon with a 28-14 lead. Third down 6 for the Blue Devils if they want to keep the football. Pitt back to throw. Looks, fires long. And here is an incompletion. What a great try by Hankins, who almost pulled it down, even though he was double covered on the near side at the 46-yard line of Gallatin. A good throw by Pitt, dropped that one right in there, and Hankins almost made a great catch.
They had him on the deep turnout on the Gallatin sideline. Gallatin defensive back Justin Strong came over, made the play, knocked the football away. Now Tressler retreats in the punt formation. We've got Carter, and also back with him is Charlie Brooks.
Here's Tressler's kick, and a good one it is. Backs up on a fair catch, lost the football, dives forward on it at the 24-yard line. And Gallatin will have it at their own 24. And the Gallatin fans now, sensing that Old Mo is about trying to switch sides here, come alive down below us.
Terry, what about the punt from Tressler?
Line of scrimmage was 11 and 40. Brooks tried to fair catch it at the 21. He muffed it. It bounced forward. He recovered it at the 24. 3-yard return by Brooks. 39-yard punt by Tressler.
First and 10 Gallatin from their own 24-yard line, and Brooks will set him down, and Brooks is going to hand it to the second. No, going to keep it. Fires up the middle to his big tight end, and he threw behind him. And a good play by Gallatin had just about everybody fooled except Ron C. and Tressler was all over that big tight end who weighs about 280, I think you said a moment ago, does he not?
He does, Clyde, and he just lumbers upfield. They tried to hit him on the flag route. They ran the bootleg action. They let the guard pull and block for the quarterback. They threw the flag route down here, down and out toward the Gallatin sideline, but we had good recovery on the play. The big fullback Franklin comes out of the game now.
All right, here's Gallatin with a 2nd and 10 from their own 24. Brooks sets him down. Brooks back to throw, rolling out to his near side, being chased. Carson's got him and downs him at the 11-yard line. Great play by Carson. He couldn't get rid of it.
Elliot Carson, tremendous job, and give Ryan Alds credit. He pointed to Charlie Brooks. He said, watch out, Brooks is lined up at tight end. Chris Carter lined up at tight end. They came back on the same play they tried to hit Franklin with. We had Tressler in good coverage, but Carson gets upfield with the rush and a big sack on the quarterback.
The ball is spotted at the 12. Gallatin gets a good spot, and it's 3rd and over 20. With 9:27 and the clock ticking, Gallatin with a man in motion. That's Robb going to the right side. And Brooks is going to drop back. Brooks going to quarterback sneak it up the middle. He sidesteps one man, and Ron C. again is there to drop him at the 20-yard line.
What a tremendous football game we are witnessing here tonight, folks. 9 minutes to go in the game. Lebanon leads 28-14 at Gallatin, and these teams just slugging it out. Man to man, it has been a battle. Back to kick it away, Brandon Key for the Green Wave. Todd Tressler in solo safety for the Blue Devils.
8:50 to go, and Lebanon's going to get the football back, leading 28-14. Tressler is going to stand back at his own 48-yard line. And the kick is Donahoe, and a bad snap. He's going to have to kick it from the 5. Boots it out of there, and it's not a very good kick. Going to take a Lebanon bounce, and Gallatin had a man